Hello and welcome to today's ServiceNow Express Forum session on table creation. So we're going to be looking at how you can very quickly and easily build your own application that runs on your own table. So I'm going to dive right into an instance of ServiceNow Express that I have open here, and let's find our table creator. So you'll see as of Express, we have under System Configuration this new Table Management section that allows us to create a new table. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself a facilities table. As in today's demonstration, we're going to try to build out a new facilities application. So extend base table. The first step after you set the table name for your new table is you choose what table this really extends from. So what extends mean is it basically means this other table is the parent of that table. So it'll inherit automatically any fields that are set up in that parent table. It'll inherit on the child table. But for most cases, the one table I advise to extend from is the task table. That way when you report on task, you can easily see it across all items, incident, problem, change, and also these new tables you created. So we're going to give it a number prefix as well. So let's say a facilities request will come in as FCL. And you can specify whatever number prefix you'd like for your numbers, such as, our other ones in the system are task, INC for incident, PRB for problem. So the next step is you pick to either create the module in an existing application or make a brand new one. So following the terminology, these large gray sections are referred to as applications, whereas these subsections are called modules. So this is basically letting us pick, do we just want to make a module under an existing application, or do we want to make an entirely new application? So in this case, I want to make a brand new one named facilities, and I want to create that new module in the new facilities application we created. So I'm going to go ahead and press create, and just like that, I've created my facilities table in the system. And what we'll notice is now under my left-hand navigation bar, I've got this facilities with this facilities section. But as of yet, it's not too built out. So let's begin, first of all, by really creating our facilities form. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click. Let's go into our form designer here. So what items are commonly seen in a facility request? Well, we could still see priority, state, and parent being useful, as well as maybe the facility technician who's assigned to it, or our maintenance guy assigned to this facility request. A configuration item also makes sense to me to have, but maybe I don't want active on there. And maybe I want to add new fields entirely for my field types here. So I'm going to click and drag maybe a new date time field here for date/time of issue. So when someone reports maybe a water leakage or an issue with some other part of the infrastructure, why don't we add in there the ability to track and then report on the date and time of that issue. And we can also add in any number of fields we have in our system if we wanted to set a work start and work end date, so maybe people know exactly when our facility people are working on these requests. So I'll add a work start and a work end. But the idea being is after you've created your own table, you can then create all the fields and whatever you'd like to in terms of content on the form that you're tracking for that table. So I'll go ahead and save this, and let's go back into our facilities form here and reload it, and we can see now we've got all that originating information. So maybe I've got a short description. Please turn on the heater. So for a request such as this, we could see that maybe adding additional fields retroactively makes sense, such as facilities requests are clearly going to be related commonly to locations. So why don't we go ahead and add the location field and add that right onto our form. So I'll add that, hit save, and just like that I can now use location. So let's see this request I have for please turn on the heater. We can see it's my only one in the system, but this current column view here I've got for me, it really doesn't reflect any of my facilities data. So I'll go ahead and take out these other fields that maybe aren't as relevant, such as task type, state, number, maybe priority, and let me add the ones that are relevant, such as location, assigned to, work start and end date that we had here. And you really build out exactly the kind of information that you want to be tracking. So we're start work end, let's add a short description up in there and hit OK. So just like that, I've now built out my view, my table, and my application. So the final step in having my homegrown new application that I've just built set up is by editing the modules. So I'm going to go right there, right click and edit the application menu from that gray application. And first of all, this facilities being just a list of records, let's take a look at how that looks. So in this case, the link type is just a list of records of all facilities records. So why don't I go ahead and name this Open Facility Issues. And I'm going to go ahead and set that to order 20, so that will appear at the bottom of my list. And I'll say maybe we'll just say this is my active facility view. I can then choose the field then to limit these tickets only where the state is one of, and let's just pick maybe, for example, work in progress, pending, and open. So sort of these newer fields that tells me it's the tickets in my system. So I'm going to go ahead and press update, and just like that we can see I now have open facilities issues here with that subset view I defined. So the next one we commonly see is the ability to create new from this view here to the left. So right click, edit application menu, and let's add a new module, and this one's going to be new facility request. And we're going to go ahead and set the link type to be a new record instead, and this is going to be a new record on this facilities table that we've built. So then the view name, maybe we could just say new facilities. And you could see then the order number will put 40 so that the higher number goes lower down. So when I go ahead and create this new facilities request, just like that I now have open facilities issues and a new facility request that I can quickly populate. And just like that, we created a brand new branch of functionality in our Express instance for a different portion of our business. The final thing would just be to assign any roles that we specify, maybe in this case just any ITIL or admin user, and we're going to go ahead and add them, lock that, and update. Just like that, we're ready to go with a brand new application that we could link to record producers in the self-service catalog or report on in the other elements of the platform. Hope this informational session has been of use, and as always, leave any comments, questions, or future topic requests in the comments section below.